The best football players in the world and one of our favorite players to watch in the entire league. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the breakfast table, Saquon Barkley.
Hey!
Hey! What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
We're thrilled to have you. We're thrilled to play your highlights, to see you. It feels like ages, man. We haven't had a chance to watch you since all the way back in week 2. Everyone wants to know, how's rehab going? How's the knee feeling? How's life?
Life is good. Obviously, I would love to be out there with my team and playing the sport I love. But everything happens for a reason. Just trying to get 1% better every single day, rehabbing every single day. Just focusing on the little things and try to make sure that I'm ready to go for the next year for my team.
All right, let's talk about your Giants. Despite losing you, which was huge, of course, they're currently sitting atop the NFC East with a record of 4-7. Now, there's a lot of chatter about this division. They say the NFC East is the NFC least, but who cares about that? Right now, you guys are in the #1 spot. How do you put the earmuffs on? How does your team deal with the noise, not listening to all the nonsense, and just focus on trying to make the playoffs?
Well, I think it starts with Coach Judge and all the coaches. I think they're doing a tremendous job of, keeping the main thing. And that's coming every single day and focus on the little things and focus on getting 1% better that day. Obviously, we know right now where we're sitting at the top of the NFC East, but, sadly, we wish it was today, but the playoffs doesn't start next week. We still got the rest of the season, so we got to focus on getting better and finish the season strong. And everything that we wanted from the beginning of the year, our goals is still in line, and we got to know that they're there, but we got to stay focused on the little things.
Saquon, it's so great to see you. It's great to see you smiling. Look, Joe Judge is in his first season as the head coach from the beginning. We've been talking about him here. We've been big fans of him. I remember you voluntarily running a lap after dropping a ball. Saying, if Saquon's on board, maybe the rest of the team is. Of course, the slip and slide. Now we're 12 weeks into the season. Joe Judge, how would you assess him as a head coach in his first year on the job?
I think he's been doing a tremendous job. Just the way how he asserted himself in that leadership role from the beginning. And it's probably a lot harder to do because we had to do it over Zoom. And, 2020 has not been ideal for anyone. But he did a great job, and he's continued to do a great job. And not only him, all the coaches, all the new coaches that came on board are doing a great job of leading this team. And, everything that we said that we wanted to accomplish this year is right there. And it starts with those guys, with all the coaches.
Saquon, we miss you. We're glad you're doing well and smiling. And, we do get to see you at the games a little bit. They show you up there with the team looking on. So I do want to ask you about running back Wayne Gallman. He is a touchdown machine. He has scored in each of his last 5 games. How have you seen his game evolve while you've been out, and what's your relationship with him? He's become a key member of this offense in your place while you're getting back.
Yeah, Wayne Train, as we call him. I love that guy. We have a great relationship. That's one of my brothers. And I'm so happy for him. He's been playing well. You can see his confidence grow. Everyone, in the organization knows how special, how talented Wayne is. And every single week you go out there and you see his confidence grow. So I'm just happy for him. The run game, we got the run game going. The big boys up front are, doing a heck of a job. So, definitely get a shout out for those guys too.
Riding the Wayne train. We're on board. We love it. Saquon, we're going to do you and everybody a favor. We're not going to ask you about your thighs today. However, we do have to ask about this. Saquon, back in week 7, it's Giants-Eagles, and something happened through the night, prime time. Your quarterback, Daniel Jones, at your own 12-yard line. He's going to keep it. He's at the 20, the 30. He's going to hit midfield. And then somebody with a blow dart gets him right here, and he goes down. Kay mentioned that you've been shown up in the box during the games a lot.
There's a Saquon cam.
You were shown on the Saquon cam immediately after this play as well. Saquon, there you go. Tell us what you're doing here, looking back, what you think about Daniel Jones and his escapades down the field.
Well, at first, I'm like, wow, he's moving. I think he hit 21 miles per hour or something like that on his run. And I'm like, he's to the house, and I just got so excited. And then when I see him fall, I literally was just laughing. We were always laughing up there, having a good time. And I was walking and telling him, put your knees up, DJ. Probably shouldn't have been doing that. before surgery. But it's not that bad because we finished and we scored on that drive. So that's the only thing that matters. But I think he redeemed himself later on. We played the Eagles. He had like a 30 or 40-yard touchdown run against those guys.
You're right, Saquon. You got to pick those knees up, fam. You got to get those knees up.
Exactly.
So shout out to Gen Youth. You're going to be part of the Chunky Million Meals Challenge, and it's an open invitation esports tournament that will raise enough money for 100 million meals for kids who are in need right now. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, 100 million meals. Campbell's going to be providing 32 million of those meals. And in this tournament, I'm going to be a champion as a Chunky's coach, along with 7 of the players. We're going to pick the top 8 players and hopefully be able to support, motivate those guys, and lead our team to a victory. You guys can visit millionsmealschallenge.com and register today to get started.
It's the best, 100 million meals, and we're thinking about 100 yards a game next season when you're back on the field. Saquon, we miss you. We're huge fans of yours. Happy holidays to you, your family, and like we said, we cannot wait to see 26 back on the field making house calls. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Y'all my favorite. Love you.
Oh,
You're the favorite.
Thank you, Saquon.
Good defense, veteran quarterback. This thing feels like a wrap. And they've won 2 in a row. Now, granted, they beat the Cowboys and they beat the Bengals in the game that Burrow got hurt.
Right.
But I've been riding the Eagles for months, just saying, get to 5 wins. They're so bad. Alex Smith, I think, changed the whole division. And I know he's not been spectacular. I don't really care. He's a professional. He's a veteran. He's a leader. He's even aside from the story. Take that completely out of the injury story. He just knows what the hell he's doing. And I don't know if any of these guys, including Carson Wentz, do. If you were to say right now, you got to throw it all in. Everything you got, your future, every dime in your name on one of these teams to win it, I'm going to go with Washington, which is
Gibson,
wild.
They're getting things
Yeah,
together.
I'm
He's
telling
great.
you, Washington. I never thought they would be coming out. I'm going to go with them.
Should we screen grab this conversation and revisit it?
If I had to pick one, well, let's do it. Who would you pick? Who would you pick if you had right now one team's going to win the East? I got Washington.
Yeah, I think I would go Dallas.
You're going to go Dallas?
I think I would still go Dallas.
Mike McCarthy.
I think there's too much talent on the field.
It's December, Peter.
I'll go with the football team. Who you got?
Okay.
Going with the Giants.
Giants?
Go with the Giants. I like it.
Giants. I just like what Joe Judge. It's almost like Joe Judge has coached these guys to deal with everything that they have dealt with up to this point.
Yeah.
And I feel like they went through everything. They went through the injuries. They went through Golden Tate, almost being out, coming back, getting benched.
They might have Colt McCoy at quarterback for the next 2 weeks.
And they have the cohesiveness. Like, I think more so than most teams. The one thing you said, though, about the Washington football team that stands out the most is that defense. People are they're not
really good.
You are not paying attention to that Washington football team D-line. They might be as good as anybody right now at pressuring the quarterbacks and making QBs feel uncomfortable.
As good as advertised.
Yeah, tell them.
They're at the Steelers.
Do you know who the Giants have?
Washington does?
You know who the Giants have? Giants are at Seattle.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, don't make
They
any
might get
decisions.
clobbered this week, but then it doesn't really matter in the scheme of things.
Right.
No one's going to win out.
Does
Win
not
the next
matter.
2. I like Washington. I guess. I woke up this morning liking Washington. It feels good.
Ron, we love you. We love Ron.
I won't.
Okay, let's bring in Tom Pelissero. Tom, welcome to the program. We got some news yesterday about another postponement before the Steelers can face Washington. They have to face the Ravens. What's the latest on what is now, I believe, the 3rd postponement of this one?
3rd postponement and hopefully the last, K, for the Ravens and Steelers, who will not play tonight. That game pushed back to tomorrow, allowing the NFL's medical experts to have another day of COVID-19 testing results to make sure that the outbreak is over. Also allow Baltimore players to get back in the building for some conditioning work, which began yesterday. That also forced the shuffling of a couple other games. So here's what the schedule looks like now. The Ravens and Steelers with a 3:40 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff tomorrow, accommodating NBC, which also has the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting. They were not going to move that, so we've got afternoon football on a Wednesday. And in Week 13, the Washington Steelers game gets pushed back one day to 5 p.m. Eastern on Monday. And the Cowboys and Ravens, which originally was supposed to be played this Thursday night, then got pushed back to Monday. It'll now be next Tuesday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Now, it's important.
you.